Early holiday savings have arrived at Tanger Outlets. Discover the best gifts from your favorite brands, perfect for everyone on your list. And stack your savings with up to 70% off, plus an extra 15 to 25% off only during Tanger Style. Save at Polo Ralph Lauren, Old Navy Outlet, Under Armour, Skechers, J. Crew Factory, and more. Hurry in. These early holiday deals last through November 24th. Tanger Outlets. More savings, more cheer.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Real Life Real Crime Daily for Monday, July 31st, and I'm Jim Chapman.
And I'm Woody Overton.
And I'm Mike Agovino. The last day of July.
Yes, the last day to vote for the Podcast Awards. PodcastAwards.com.
Oh my God.
Y'all know all the categories.
That's right.
At this point, there's been so much promotion. I'm going to start voting against us just to even
Hey, have you voted yet?
Hell no, he ain't. You know he ain't.
You understand. You understand.
No,
you're part of Real Life Real Crime now, and you're going to get, if we're blessed enough to win.
Ask me for my vote.
You better be voting for every fucking email you have. I don't have to ask. Yeah.
Hey, one quick thing that we should have done the other day, and we didn't do it. And now we're 5 days, behind. But just to put this behind us, it took all of 30 minutes for the jury to come back with a guilty verdict against Schabusiness, and she got what she had coming to her 30 minutes. Not much else to say, folks. If you watched any of it, it was hard to watch because it just, put back in our face the torment that family went through following this whole thing. And, I wish that Wisconsin did have a death penalty because that seems like the only fair.
That's a freaking flip-flop for Mike. He went from Schabusiness shirts
But the thing is,
to kill Schabusiness.
I give him the props because the day before, whatever it was, last Wednesday show, Mike, was watching the court shit, and he's like, I can't close out the show and promote this bitch anymore, because we kind of making fun of whatever. At the end of the day, it was a very brutal murder. And she will always be the first member of the all Woody team, but she's a murdering bitch.
Brutal.
So no Schabusiness shirts coming your way.
No.
I doubt that.
All right. Well, we're putting her to bed. Artificial intelligence has scanned a database of 1.6 billion New York license plates over a 2-year period and pinpointed a car motoring along a drug trafficking route and exhibiting patterns of narcotics trafficking. This is some new AI stuff that has come out. And look, along interstates, people that are in the know that they have license plate tag scanners. And they catch a lot of people that way. Well, this particular car was driven by David Zayas, a convicted drug dealer from Massachusetts. And he made 9 trips between his home state and New York City in the bordering suburbs, which were tracked by hundreds of license plate readers, according to federal court documents. Westchester County Police pulled Zayas over for minor traffic infractions, including changing lanes without signaling and going 15 miles per hour over the speed limit. The seemingly ordinary traffic stop became a federal drug trafficking case that highlighted a police force reliance on AI-powered surveillance equipment. Zayas drove the same route between Massachusetts and New York between August of 2020 and March of 2022. And police found 112 grams of crack cocaine, a semi-automatic pistol, and $34,000 in cash hidden throughout the car after he was stopped. The case revealed the county police's use of AI-powered analytic software called Reeker Scout. So this is, in the primary reason for this story is to educate people that may not be in the know on the power of AI and what it can do, what it does for law enforcement. We had a traffic stop here in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, actually, where $700,000 in cash was discovered. I mean, what do you think? You think some license plate technology was used on that?
I already know. I'm not going to say everything I know, but people should be aware. Like Jim says, you're on camera everywhere all the time. Law enforcement is using these tactics to establish patterns and everything on, especially drug trafficking, even the human trafficking now and stuff like that. But if you're driving down the interstate in a stolen car, chances are that same system is going to pick up your plate, which is going to be an NCIC, and they'll report stolen. If there's anybody in the area, they'll try to catch up to you. But that's very interesting. They've done that. I'm sure they're going to challenge it. The ACLU or whoever's going to challenge the shit out of
I'm just waiting for them to take this system in New Orleans. I swear, they've got these cameras all over the place. If you are going 2 miles an hour over the speed limit, 3 days later, there's something in your mailbox charging you $75 ticket for it. It's insane.
Let me tell you that real quick. Leland Falcon, who's the sheriff of Assumption Parish, he's a retired, I think, lieutenant colonel from the state police. I worked together with him, and I still go down there and help them with their polygraphs and stuff like that. He just had it. One of his small towns, they put one of those cameras up, and like one old elderly lady got 2 tickets at like $400 a piece in one day, and like at each end of the thing. And he was like, "How's she supposed to pay that?" Right? And you put this up there, the company is getting like 50% of the traffic fine and another $12 for handling the system. So they're making a shit ton of money, and it's going to make the town the money. But the sheriff actually came out, Leland came out and said, "This is just wrong. Take it down. You're hurting good, innocent people. This is not like it's New York City or something where there's that much traffic. You're basically in the middle of nowhere, and it's not fair." So,
right.
Yeah.
When I come here in the morning, there's a ways I've got to go before I get to the interstate.
Right.
And that road has cameras everywhere, locked at 30. I have to set my damn cruise control on 30 in the morning when I get on that road for like 5 miles before I get to the damn interstate, because I know I'll get a ticket. I just hope we don't see the day where all this stuff is interconnected, and the day you're doing 71 on the interstate with a speed limit of 70, you're getting ticketed, because there's a point at which our First Amendment rights are being violated by some of this stuff.
Here's the thing most people don't know. These companies hire post-certified police officers, which you have to be in the state of Louisiana Carrier Commission, right? They actually hire a post-certified police officer to certify each one of those tickets before they mail it out. So you're getting arrested. A ticket is an arrest. I mean, when you sign it, it's not an admission of guilt. That's just saying you're being ROR, released on your own recognizance, and you're either going to pay it or show up for court. So, but anyway, whatever. Interesting. But let's move on to Colorado, y'all. And the Benton County Sheriff's Office and police in southeastern Colorado are searching Wednesday for the last escaped prisoner in a Colorado jail escape. Mike, you usually do escape stories. Mark Fox, 46, was part of a group of 4 who fled the Benton County Jail in Los Animas on Sunday after breaking through a sheetrock ceiling in their cell, which used to be a kitchen. From there, the sheriff said the inmates escaped the facility through the roof of an adjoining bathroom. When it came time for a head count of inmates by video survey, that's a new one for me, the group had allegedly stuffed bundles of blankets in their bed to make it look like they were still inside the jail. Fox remains on the run as of Wednesday after 2 of his fellow escapees were captured, maybe at the Waffle House, Mike, and another was found dead.
He was at the Waffle House.
Right, and the Colorado State Patrol is working with him. Benjamin Valdez, 34, a 34-year-old identified by law enforcement as another one of the inmates who escaped, was found dead Tuesday afternoon in Pueblo following a possible drug overdose. The Otero County Sheriff's Office are conducting a search, and notifications have been sent out to the community and the surrounding law enforcement agencies. We do not have a clothing description at this time. Mark Fox is described as a white male, bald, 6'3", weighing 210 pounds. The Benton County Office of Emergency Management is warning the public to please keep your doors locked and vehicles locked. And the other two inmates who were captured have not been publicly identified.
Yeah, they didn't give their names.
Yep. Well, that's
got another another guy on the loose.
Seems like they're escaping a lot lately.
Yeah, well,
They are. Well, look at the information there. The video bed check. So,
That's crazy.
understaffed, looking to cut where they can cut.
Crazy.
So, all right, we're not going to actually have.
That's why you have counts for a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have 24 hours a day to figure out how to beat that system. They knew it.
And that specific escape could never have happened if there was an actual bed check.
Right. Pay somebody minimum wage to go do the count.
Right.
I mean, that's what they pay them anyway.
Yeah. Sadly.
You're right.
You guys are Major League Baseball fans. I know you are.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Good, Woody. That was.
I'll watch Skeens, is it?
Yeah.
I'll watch him wherever he goes.
So you'll watch college baseball. You won't watch Major League
only
Baseball.
watch college baseball when LSU goes to the World Series.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Have you ever heard of the former major leaguer named George Brett?
Nope.
Yes. The Royals.
Hall of Famer. You never heard of George Brett?
George Brett
Well,
is the man.
I'm going to teach you a little bit about George Brett.
Lay it on me.
Because George Brett, 40 years ago, I think yesterday, it was 4-year anniversary, committed a unspeakable crime in the game of baseball. And it's a very, very famous game. We're going back to 1983 for this. George Brett is a Hall of Fame baseball player who played many seasons with the Kansas City Royals, was one of the best hitters in the modern era of baseball. In fact, the last guy to legitimately challenge hitting 400. He was not a steroids guy, but I think he hit 391 or something for a year. On July 24th, 1983, Brett's Royals were playing their rival New York Yankees in a game at Yankee Stadium, a game that became known as the Pine Tar game.
All right.
With 2 outs in the ninth inning and the Royals down by a run, Brett came to the plate to face the Yankees' longtime release ace, a guy by the name of Goose Gossage. Is that name familiar to you at all?
Yeah.
The Goose was a great
mustache.
Great closer. Yeah, he was a mean-looking dude. Brett launched a Goose Gossage fastball about 430 feet over the right field wall to take the lead in the game. And he circled the bases, touched home, was mobbed by his teammates, and a big celebration was on. And moments later, he took a seat in the Royals dugout. While he was sitting in the afterglow of his likely game-winning home run, because it was the top of the ninth inning, he failed to notice that the Yankees manager at the time, a guy by the name of Billy Martin, was approaching home plate, the home plate umpire, whose name was Tim McClelland. Martin was arguing that the bat used by Brett to hit that home run violated Major League Baseball rules about the use of pine tar, a substance many players use to get a better grip on the bat. You know what pine tar is and how they use it, right? Well, while the substance was legal to use, Major League Baseball rules limited its use to the first 18 inches of the bat. So you could only have pine tar on from the bottom of the bat up 18 inches. It couldn't be any higher than that. Okay. And the reason it couldn't be any higher than that is because if they had it up on the barrel of the bat, the baseballs would get really dirty fast, and baseballs are expensive, and they didn't want to have to take balls that were in good condition out of the game. So Major League Baseball set up.
So no enhancement of. It's important to note that it didn't do any enhancing to the performance of the bat.
No,
it was basically a housekeeping.
Yeah, the guys who would put it up there were a few of them in Major League Baseball, would grab it with their fist a couple of times and then go back to the barrel. So it was an easy way, without having to go to the on deck circle and use a rag to put it back on. Okay, so Martin comes out and he has this discussion with the home plate umpire. The umpires then, all of them, convene together and they measure the bat against home plate. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so they look at the bat next to home plate. It was estimated that the pine tar on Brett's bat actually stretched more than 23 inches past the bat handle, so way past the limit. While the umpires were meeting on the field to discuss the issue, a teammate of Brett's yelled towards him, "Hey, I think they're going to call you out." Brett, suddenly aware of what was happening, responded, "If they call me out, I'll kill them." Just at that moment, home plate umpire McClellan took a few steps toward the Royals dugout with Brett's bat in his hand. He raised his right hand, pointed at Brett with the bat, and called him out, giving the Yankees the victory in the game.
Wow.
After that, pure insanity erupted. Hall of Famer Gaylord Perry grabbed the bat from McClellan, so this is a player grabbing the bat from the umpire, handed it down in a relay to a Royals bat boy who went and ran into the clubhouse with the bat. So they were trying to take the evidence and run away with the evidence. A Yankee Stadium security guard saw them, sprinted down the hallway after them, eventually was able to get them, and a fight ensued where they were able to confiscate the bat. If you Google George Brett Pine Tar game, you'll see a video of a player going the craziest you've ever seen a player go in your life. I mean, he was swinging at everything with every one of his teammates trying to hold him back. And he was, strong like bull. I mean, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, the Royals filed a protest against the ruling, and they actually won the protest because the interpretation the umpires had that the player should be ruled out was incorrect. It should have been that the bat was ruled unfit for play and should have been thrown out of the game. But Brett's home run should not have been taken away. So actually 3 weeks later, they replayed the game from that point, and the Royals were given the victory. That happened 40 years ago.
I lied to y'all about Major League Baseball. You know who my all-time favorite player is?
George Brett.
Kenny Powers.
He was great.
Eastbound and Down. Kenny Powers,
Fucking
motherfucker.
great.
Have you not
One
seen
of the
that?
best HBO series of all
thing
time.
ever. It's
What's his name's in it too?
Will Ferrell.
Yes,
Will Ferrell's in
Will
it.
Ferrell plays a car dealership.
It's called Eastbound and Down, and it's
Eastbound and
series,
Down.
not a-
Start with series 1. It's on HBO or,
Fucking so
or
funny.
Max
It'll be on
now.
Max,
It's on Max now.
It is hilarious.
I tell you what, fucking funny.
Look,
Hey, y'all, let me tell you about Gobble. All Gobble meal kits are pre-prepped. That means less work for you and less waste in your kitchen. Their meal kits include everything you need so you can save time at the store or just skip that trip entirely. I got the box in and I had 3 different meals. I had a Kung Pao chicken, crispy fish tacos, and a beef bourguignon, however you say it. But let me tell you about the classic beef bourguignon. Look, it came with beef pot roast and a beef broth concentrate, red wine demi-glace, cremini mushrooms, cipollone onions, mashed potatoes, baby carrots, and rosemary thyme butter. It was so easy to make. Literally like 15 minutes it took Cindy. And let me tell you something, and all the dishes were fire, but this thing was like a taste explosion in my mouth. It's just unreal. We've got to spend more time together and more time doing the things we love because everything came in this one single box right to my door. So see what a difference Gobble will make for your household. Right now, they're offering my listeners a fantastic limited time deal. You get $120 off across 4 boxes plus free shipping and free cookies. And let me tell you, those cookies, I ate one that was sin baked and it was delicious. Go to gobble.com/reallife. That's GOBBLE.com/real life for $120 off your first 4 boxes. This offer is not available on the home site, so don't miss out. This is genius. It's taste explosions in your mouth like you never had. Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts to spark joy, wonder, delight, and that's exactly what I wanted feeling. Hey, y'all, I ordered a super cool piece. It's a candle with a sculpture of LSU's Tiger Stadium on top of it.
And each officially licensed laser-cut wooden replica features up to 4 layers of detail, creating a bird's eye view of a specific football field, seating section, and more. And every label includes your stadium's name, the team's logo, and school location. And it has a coconut, soy, vegan wax infused with sandalwood smell that creates tailgates and touchdown scent profile, reminiscent of game day. It's invigorating like fresh cut grass and nostalgic like smoke from a pre-game grill, and calming like the crisp autumn air of a new semester on campus. Y'all, I love it. I have it at the base of my TV, and I'm ready to watch the Tigers play on Saturday night, right? Uncommon Goods. Look, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. And many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. They even have gifts you can personalize. From holiday hosts and hostess gift to the coolest finds for kids, to hits for everyone from the book lovers to diehard sports fans. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same old selections you can just find anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/RLRC. That's uncommongoods.com/RLRC for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
Speaking of that, do you remember Joe Negro and the
knuckleball?
And when he threw his pocket out and remember he was scuffing the baseball. And they come up to him and he goes, "What?" And he throws it, and the umps are like,
there's a lot of cheating that's gone on in baseball over the years.
Yeah, you can't scuff a baseball field, Negro. Or Joe Negro. That was Joe. That was his brother.
No, that was Phil.
Oh, was it Phil? I thought it was Joe.
No, Phil was the better one that was throwing the spitballs forever.
Good story, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing us on a trip down memory lane.
Glad Woody's a big baseball fan.
Kenny Powers, baby.
We're going to bring you to Texas, and a man is facing life in prison for sexually abusing a family member. But justice was taken care of as he was found dead this week after failing to show up for his last day of court.
Right.
A judge sentenced Richard Duplessis on Thursday, July 20th to life in prison. On August 12th of 2022, the child victim came forward and reported Duplessis had been sexually assaulting her since she was 6, from May of 2021 until February of 2022. Police arrested Duplessis and a jury indicted him for continuous sexual abuse of a child. In November of 2022, he posted $250,000 bond. On Tuesday, July 18th, Duplessis' trial began, and the jury heard testimony from 2 other victims who accused the suspect of sexually abusing them when they were children. During the trial, prosecutors showed text messages that revealed the nature of the inappropriate communication between the suspect and the victim, and the jury deliberated for less than 10 minutes before returning a guilty verdict. Duplessis failed to show up for his final day of trial, and officials began searching for him on an open warrant for his arrest. The search for Duplessis ended this week on Tuesday, July 25th, when a neighbor noticed an odor and discovered Duplessis had hanged himself at a family friend's home. Prior to his recent sentencing in 2016, he reportedly sexually assaulted a child in Galveston and was found guilty of a lesser charge of endangering a child. The next year, in 2017, he sexually assaulted another child in Texas, but that case was dismissed. What I say is good riddance to bad rubbish.
Good riddance. Saved us some money and all that. He shouldn't.
That's
have
right.
On the trial, he should have just killed himself.
Yeah, he was definitely a guy that would never stop. Right.
Yeah, he didn't want to go inside and get his own issue from inmate justice.
You know what surprised me about that, though, and something I would have a question on is he was found guilty, but they allowed him to stay released until they sentenced him.
Yeah,
and that's crazy to me.
That happen. Usually they'll take you into custody and then have the sentencing hearing. So well, saved a few bucks.
Yeah,
bye, bitch. So let's go to Florida, y'all. Human remains of one woman were discovered inside 3 separate suitcases in Delray Beach, Florida on Friday. At 4:03 p.m., Delray Beach Police Department reviewed a 911 call about a suspicious item in the water along the Intercoastal Waterway. When officers arrived, they found a suitcase with human remains inside. A short time later, 2 other suitcases were also found and also contained human remains at a nearby locations along the Intercoastal. At this early stage of the investigation, the remains appear to belong to one unidentified adult female. The victim's remains were taken to the medical examiner's office. Delray Beach police say the remains belong to a white or Hispanic middle-aged woman with brown hair who's approximately 5'4". The unidentified woman may also have had tattooed eyebrows and was wearing a floral tank top with a black undershirt and black mid-thigh shorts. Police said that the woman, estimated to be between 35 and 55, may have been placed in the waterway as early as July 17th or as late as July 20th. And the police held a press conference on Monday about the discovery, and they say, we are asking for the public's help with reviewing video surveillance cameras during that time frame. We ask that you specifically look for unusual vehicles or people, and certainly anyone carrying or moving luggage. The stretch of waterway is very large, and that's part of why we're meeting with the public today, asking for the public's help to review some of that. And we have started, but it's a very daunting task, so we are asking for the public to do some of that legwork for us. And please call anytime or anything that they would find unusual on the video surveillance from the time frame. The police officer asked the public to look out for any strange vehicles, people, or anyone who was carrying or moving luggage during that time in that area of interest, y'all, which is about a mile long. And they said, from what we can tell, we believe it to be an isolated incident, and they noted that there were no indication the incident involved human trafficking, the drug trade, or domestic violence.
Well, didn't involve human trafficking, didn't involve the drug trade.
I'm sure it involved all 3.
I mean,
yeah.
And we've had a lot of these where
cutting them up.
Dismemberments.
I'm doing a series right now on the original Real Life Real Crime, which, by the way, y'all, and because I get this complaint, I guess, every day, the original Real Life Real Crime does exist. It drops on Tuesdays. And I get all these people saying, I miss the original Real Life Real Crime. But yeah, anyway, that series I'm doing now, it's from the 90s, and the serial killer cut up both of those victims, and dumped them in a bunch of different places. I don't know. Well,
pay attention, fellas. You're going to want to pay attention to this story. And remember this name, Mila Sofia. In fact, Woody, go to your Instagram right now and look up. She's 2 L's. Mila Sofia with an F. You're going to get right on board there.
Milla.
S as in Sam, O-F-I-A.
It popped up first thing.
Move over, Livy Dunn.
Oh.
A 19-year-old Finnish girl has taken the internet by storm. Finnish influencer Mila Sofia, with her long blonde hair, blue eyes, and Norwegian curves, is stealing the show.
Stealing something.
But
Easy, Mike. Easy.
But is the 19-year-old Finnish beauty all she appears to be? Mila Sofia has built impressive followings across Instagram and TikTok, where she likes to post images of herself soaking up the sun in wonderful beach scenes in Greece and Bora Bora, or on multi-million-dollar yachts. There's only one problem with Mila.
She's not real.
She's not real. She's a creation of AI. And, this may be one of the biblical signs of Armageddon here, folks.
All right.
Mila's website clearly states that she is, quote, a virtual influencer and fashion model, yet hundreds of thousands of people have either been fooled into thinking she is a living, breathing human, or simply don't care. And it's more than obvious with all the wording on her profiles that she's not real. And so I would say it's much more that
She looks real.
They simply don't care. Come to find out that Mila is not the only virtual influencer. That's the description now, virtual influencer, making waves as hundreds of stunning digital women share scantily clad portraits that are racking in millions and millions of views and likes and quite a bit of money. However, unlike most digitally created personas, Mila is not hiding the fact that she's generated by AI. Welcome to my virtual realm. I'm not your ordinary influencer. I'm a 19-year-old woman residing in Finland. But here's the twist. I am an AI-generated virtual influencer, reads Mila's website. On July 19th, she posted an image of herself in a white bikini standing on a balcony in Santorini. I'm Greeking out over how to leave this paradise, the post reads. Thanks for another great view of Santorini. You look marvelous, amazing, pretty, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, and breathtaking in a white bikini, one user commented. And while hundreds of comments marvel at her beauty, one user spotted something off about the image. Apparently, it's her fingers.
Really?
Apparently, there's AI systems have issues recreating human-like hands, which is the dead giveaway for digital photos. As if teenage males give a shit about the fingers.
She could have man hands that look like that.
Along with stunning images,
looks at her hands?
Mila has also created a resume expressing her skills. Her current work is as a fashion model. I'm currently considering which brand to become a fashion ambassador for, and guarantee you that is coming. I mean, should we put in a bid there, guys? Should we investigate whether Mila wants to be our official AI brand ambassador?
I think I prefer a real ambassador personally.
I mean, maybe we could just make up our own if we're going to do that.
Yeah.
After seeing this, I came up with a term I think we should copyright. I think it could go somewhere.
What is it?
Realititties.
Realititties?
Yeah, realititties. Because she's got realititties and she's got a realitushy as well.
Yeah, that's fake, Mike.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't tell it's fake, obviously. Wait, where's the crime in this?
This is a freaking crime, man. America's youth. I said to my wife when I discovered this, we're sitting together, and I said, honey, I'm sorry, but you know, if you had an on-off switch that I could just, boom, and just turn you off for like 5 hours, I'm calm.
Yeah, I'm mad. That went over real well.
Yeah, it did. It did. She seemed happy about that. But the point is that right now this is, AI figure on social media. In a year, teenagers are going to be taking deliveries at home with lifelike skin and everything else, and an on-off button, and our world is already effed up enough.
In a year? I don't know about a year.
Dude, you probably already have a closet somewhere at home where you got one of these. But it's shocking. I mean, it's absolutely shocking.
All right.
Look at this person. So sorry.
Sorry, Miss Jerry. Hey, I bet you that this girl doesn't have the pleasure of getting a FabFitFun box in by using the code Real Life Real Crime
RLRC.
I'm sorry, RLRC.
That's it.
That's it. Miss Jerry did some awesome videos.
Indeed.
Showing herself in the box. She was awesome. And your wife's very beautiful. I told you that earlier.
Is she AI?
Yeah, she AI. You already got one. Miss Jerry, you AI.
She's version 1. She's like,
To put up with Mike, she's got to be AI.
she's like where Arnold was in the first Terminator movie.
You're going to be in so much trouble, Mike.
But the T-2000 is out now.
Yeah, my God. There you go. That
second guy who
you
could
just
melt
really put yourself in the shit house.
Oh, she knows I'm
He just called his wife
honey.
the older version of AI.
Yeah, I know.
You're in
I love
trouble.
you, baby.
You're in trouble.
I'll just tell her there are really bad dog things in this episode.
Yeah, don't listen.
Honey, you can't listen to Monday's show. There's a bunch of dog stuff.
Hey, by the way, you punted outside your coverage with your wife.
I did.
Yeah.
I
You
put it
are
out there
correct.
too.
right.
You
I
did.
put
They
it
used to do
on
that,
so everybody would know.
That's right.
Although they probably already knew.
It's not hard to figure that part out.
Yeah.
All right, moving along.
All right, so another segment for y'all today, and it's a what I'm watching segment, which we do every now and then.
Right.
And today we'll discuss what I'm watching, which is on Netflix, and I've actually completed watching it, and it is on the Challenger explosion,
Yeah.
and NASA's I don't know, eye-opening crimes relative to how they were hiding a lot of issues they were having, not only with the Challenger space shuttle, but with the entire space shuttle program. There were a lot of issues going on with that program, certainly criminal back in those days.
January 28th, 1986.
Yeah, I know exactly where I was when I saw it.
Yeah, let me tell you, have either one of you watched that?
No, but that
I
was
watched it a
my
long time ago.
ex-wife's birthday, and I got married to her in 1986, and that was the sign from above that I shouldn't have gone forward with.
I had been sent to the principal's office, believe it or not, at 16 years old, and I was walking in the secretary's house.
I was getting married.
Yeah, I remember watching it at school when that happened, and of course Krista McAuliffe being teacher was the first. They're promoting it as the first ordinary person, non-astronaut, to go up into space. Ronald Reagan made that call to put a teacher, which I thought was phenomenal, and a great call, and a great lady. But what it does is it not only focuses on Krista McAuliffe, but all of the astronauts involved in that mission. And they had some amazing, amazing people that were sadly tragically lost that day, and they have interviews with the families, and it's all, fast forward to today,
right.
and you have the captain of that space shuttle, and his wife is in 2023 still missing her husband,
Right.
who
that never goes away,
died in
sure.
1986 in that tragic explosion. I cannot recommend highly enough people check out that particular series, and it's on Netflix right now. I think it's trending #1. But if y'all hadn't seen it, check it out. You'd like it.
I watched it when it first came out. It's been, if we're talking about the same one, super powerful, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. And, normally Netflix will do these 3-episode series. That's kind of like their niche.
Right.
This one is 4. Which I found interesting that they did 4 on this one.
Yeah.
But,
Too much content.
Too much content for 3, and they didn't try to squeeze it in. They didn't want to cut anything out, which I thought was a good call. Yep. So check that out on Netflix and let us know what you think.
Very, very interesting, and I like the segment too, right?
Yep.
So now, y'all, let me take you to Texas. A 21-year-old pregnant woman was killed and 4 others injured in a shooting at a Texas park early Saturday. The Houston PD received reports from the Shot Spotter technology of a total of 36 shots fired at the Margaret Jenkins Park at 1:14 a.m. on Saturday morning. A preliminary report showed that there were multiple groups of people at the Sunnyside Park where people started firing their firearms after an argument. 5 people total were struck by gunfire, including a 21-year-old pregnant woman who was declared dead at the scene. Garcia said 3 of the 4 injured victims were transported to a nearby hospital, and 1 had a graze wound to the body. He added the condition of the individuals are going to be stable. The assistant chief also confirmed that they have 2 possible suspects in custody. Their involvement will be questioned in a follow-up investigation by the department's homicide detectives. And it's just crazy, y'all. The deceased has since been identified by family as Autumn Valian. She was 5 months pregnant. It's crazy.
Oh, man,
Autumn's mom said that she and her daughter were celebrating a birthday at the park with friends and others she knew. It's 1:14 a.m. in the morning. But anyway, as she said, as we were getting ready to leave, they started a little commotion. One man pulled a gun. When he pulled his gun, the other guy's girlfriend came out of her truck and came with a gun. And they were talking back and forth about who would do what and however, and they started shooting each other. Ebony said she and her daughter were trying to leave before the altercation broke out. And she said, I looked back, my baby was down on the ground, gone. She said, that was her firstborn. She said, I just lost my baby. She was in school, trying to get a job, trying to become something, and she's gone now, right?
And that was Houston? Was in Houston?
Texas is just getting hammered with these mass shootings in the last
crazy
6 months. It seems like just every week.
Yeah, I guess it's because we're doing the show more now, but it's almost like these don't even get national coverage.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it's more.
If they do, it's a 24-hour cycle because there's 10 more coming.
I'm saying it's more to the forefront for us because we cover it every day. We bring y'all stuff that we bring you real life, real crime. Hey, y'all, changing my wardrobe from summer to fall, it's never easy. Luckily, Quince offers timeless and high-quality items I adore, ensuring my wardrobe stays fresh and I don't blow my budget. And there's nothing easier than going to Quince and choosing these high-quality items, like cashmere sweaters from $50, pants for every occasion, washable silk tops, and so much more. The best part? All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, and I love that. I got the stainless steel Link Apple Watch band for $59.90. It's heavy duty, it's awesome, and it's like $100 less than I could find anywhere else. And I also got a 100% organic cotton fisherman quarter zip up sweater. The color is alabaster. Man, I can't wait to wear that this fall. And Cindy got the Mongolian cashmere boat neck sweater in heather gray. And I'm telling you, these are classic pieces at a fraction of the price. Make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high-quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/RLRC for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/RLRC to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/RLRC. You'll thank me later. Hey, ladies, are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? Well, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living in our environment right now. It's in your food, your water, the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, your skincare products. They all mess with your hormones. Then there's the natural hormone changes your body goes through, premenopause, menopause. And while it's a natural process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. The good news is you don't have to suffer through it anymore because now you have Hormone Harmony, a formula made only with herbal ingredients that are shown to reduce hormonal symptoms in women of all ages. Hormone Harmony is not just a hormone supporting supplement, it's become a phenomenon. Women can't stop talking about it on social media. A bottle of Hormone Harmony is sold every 24 seconds. And the biggest benefit? Well, my wife says it makes her feel like her own self again. And that's what women mention over and over in the reviews. And there are over 30,000 reviews for Hormone Harmony. And for a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC for 15% off today. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC.
We're going to talk about Michael Jackson and the revival, possibly, of the reopening of
pedophile in
of a case against him. So 2 previously dismissed lawsuits against Michael Jackson are at this very moment. In fact, it could be before this episode comes out on Monday that a decision will be made by the California Appeals Court that could order the cases back to a lower court for trial. The cases involve 2 men who alleged that the famed pop star sexually abused them for years as children. You may be familiar with the names if you watched the documentary Leaving Neverland back in 2019 on HBO. The suits were filed by Wade Robson and James Safechuck. Initially, they were filed in 2013 and 2014. The documentary I mentioned, Leaving Neverland, came out in 2019. Both of the individuals sued MJJ Productions, Inc. and MJJ Ventures, of which Jackson was the sole owner and lone shareholder. The lawsuits were dismissed in 2021 when Superior Court Judge Mark Young ruled that the two corporations and their employees had no legal duty to protect Robson and Safechuck from Jackson. In a tentative decision last month, however, California's Second District Court of Appeals ruled the cases should go back to trial. Jackson died in L.A. back in 2009. I can't believe it's that long ago. It was 14 years ago when he was 50 years old. Attorneys representing the Jackson estate will try to convince the appeals court to again dismiss the cases. The lawsuits were already revived before they were dropped in 2021 as they bounced back from a 2017 dismissal when Young, the judge at the time, threw the cases out for being beyond the statute of limitations. So they've decided after that to ignore the statute of limitations. California legislature passed a law that temporarily broadened the scope of sexual abuse cases, resulting in the appeals court restoring them. So Robson, who's now a 40-year-old choreographer, met Jackson when he was 5 years old and alleges in the lawsuit that Jackson, abused him over a 7-year period. Safechuck, who's 45, now said in his suit that he met Jackson when he was 9 while filming a Pepsi commercial with him. He claimed to have been a victim of a series of incidents with Jackson over a period of years and to have been lavished with gifts from Jackson. The Jackson estate has denied any of the abuse and the claims of either of the boys and emphasized Robson's own testimony at Jackson's 2005 criminal trial, which the same guy, Robson, that filed the suit, was the very first defense witness in that trial, and he stated very clearly that he had never been touched by Jackson in that trial just back in 2005. So the King of Pop back in the news, and we'll see where that one goes.
You can now take off that belt and move freely around the cabin.
It must be a high crime for Monday. Right. And this one is going to upset you. Gate agents have been arrested after dumping carry-on items into the trash at New Orleans Airport.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so 2 gate agents are in custody and 2 others are wanted on Wednesday after they were caught on camera throwing a passenger's belongings at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport into the trash. JPSO, which is the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, arrested Willie Stovall, no relation to Jerry Stovall, and Ebon Baker. The pair were charged with felony thefts. So Kenyon Brooks said he left his carry-on bag at the Spirit Airlines gate counter as he was headed back to Los Angeles after attending his uncle's funeral in New Orleans. Brooks said he got into a disagreement with the gate agent over doing a gate check of his large suitcase. She said I'd have to reschedule my flight instead of doing a gate check. And I knew that was not true because of my travels with my nonprofit. This guy traveled a lot. He knew that wasn't right. He asked for a manager and paid an extra fee to take it on the plane, but he forgot his small carry-on at the desk. He was told to file a lost and found report when he got home, but when his carry-on never showed up there, he took it a step further and said, well, I want to see the video.
Right.
I still have not been able to watch the entire video because it's too gut-wrenching for me, Brooks said. Knowing the medication I had in there is very expensive, very hard to get, and I needed it. It just took a lot out of me. That's when he said he saw the gate agent and others he had never interacted with taking his things. It appeared they handed off some belongings while pouring through his life savings medication out while taking his cell phone and laughing and throwing his keys away. In the bag was valuable jewelry. One pendant was very sentimental, and it was a family heirloom. When asked if he ever wanted to come back to New Orleans, his answer was, "Oh, I certainly want to come back to New Orleans because my father lives there and my siblings. But I will not fly Spirit Airlines ever again."
Spirit is my frontier to Mike.
Yeah, so the airline, for the airport has apologized to him.
Yeah, you reckon?
So,
hey, to those people who did that, you go fuck yourselves.
that's disgusting.
I mean, and you
Trusted people.
I have no words for that. I hate a fucking thief.
That's why I don't check nothing through an airline.
No, they got
Nothing.
me. They got my
If
car.
I'm going for 2 weeks, I'm buying clothes there.
They got my car keys.
I'm not
What
checking
happens when you come back?
a bag. That's all right.
You're throwing all the clothes you bought out.
That's all right.
You're not taking them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking stupid.
You can now take off that belt and move freely around the cabin.
Is it kinky crime time? What do you ever do?
Kinky crime time for Monday. Wait until you hear this shit. It's just stupid. All right. So, I don't want to read you the headline. I'm going to try to work it in so I can keep y'all in suspense for a second. But so there was a role play fantasy, which was arranged through Facebook when a woman hired two others to break into her house, tie her up, and stroke her with broomsticks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wait. You just
Sounds
nothing can go wrong
great.
here, right? Desperate for some sweet dusting, the woman gave the other
Isn't every woman?
The woman gave the other two her address so the pair could carry out the fantasy home invasion. Smart enough to plan the attack when she was moving, the broom lover sent her attackers her new address by mistake. Not realizing they were breaking into the wrong house, the fetishists brandishing their weapons called out their client's name, terrifying the actual resident who was moving out the next day. Right? The innocent couple opened the door to see two men standing above. Open their eyes to see two men standing above their bed, wielding machetes above their head. Right. After realizing they had the wrong house, the two stated sorry and ran for their lives. They ran like bitches, y'all. But just as anyone who thinks they've woken up in their deathbed, the victims quickly called the police, and the two were called a short time later and arrested for breaking and entering.
Hell yeah, baby.
That was a good one. Right?
Yeah.
That's a.
I've never heard of that fetish, though.
Does their story get them off, though?
I'm sure the chick probably verified it.
Yeah, but the
it doesn't
people
get
can
them off
still
for breaking
press
in.
charges.
That wasn't her residence, but it's not going to get them all. It might get them. Their story might get them off, but it won't get them all of the charges. How about
With
that?
a broom.
Yeah. This is a deal.
hell?
The women have the fantasy of people mock breaking in and raping them. Takes
my
all kinds to
God.
make the world go around. Yeah.
There you go.
Kinky
Wow.
crimes for
That was
Monday.
kinky. That was kinky.
That was
kinky.
definitely kinky. Banjo time.
Do you notice the slight difference in the banjo sound there? That indicates it's an international dumb
here we
criminal
go.
story. There was
Wait.
There was
can't be South Asian and can't be in Mexico.
That's right.
It's not in
You're
Mexico, and
they're gonna
it's-
squeeze you out.
It's not in Southeast Asia, so I'm clean on this. Mark Rumney, you guys don't know Mark. You have no familiarity with Mark. No. Mark's been arrested a lot of times for drunk driving.
Yeah.
Like a lot more than you're
normal
allowed
average.
to in this country. I think he had been 12 times and somehow still had
walking
a
around.
license to drive a vehicle. And he had borrowed, and if I was his son, I would not be letting him borrow my Mini, but his son let him borrow his Mini.
Must be England.
And he was driving erratically when the police pulled him over. And he denied that he had had anything to drink, failing to notice that he had a Stella in his cup holder.
Right. Stella Artis.
And Artois.
Yeah, okay.
Artois.
Correct me again. Thank you. Stella Artis.
That's a better name, actually.
It's a shit beer anyway.
And what a nice name, nice sounding name on a ship beer.
Green bottle.
Anyway, he has a court date pending to appear, and Mr. Rumney appears at his court date where he loses his right to drive for 50 months.
All right.
As they're leaving the courthouse, lawyers and officers of the court see him driving away
Still my ass.
in a car
great.
from the parking lot. And
That's called I don't give a fuck itis.
and and Rumney is very quickly tracked down by police, and I don't know how long his current.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever be allowed to drive again. But
Is it? You didn't say the country. I'm assuming it's England because it's many.
England, yes.
Yeah. Could have been.
He's
Is Stella Artis Belgium or something?
Stella, I think, is Belgium.
Yeah. It's got that
Stella Artis.
tin paper on the top. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. The wrapping label.
There are some great Belgian beers, though.
I mean, I love a lot of
St.
Belgian
Pauli
beers.
girl?
Hey, actually, I don't
St. Pauli
mind.
girl, German or Belgian? I think it's
German.
Belgian.
Well, I have to look it up.
Well, I'd say that guy was a dumb criminal.
Yeah, no,
criminal.
he's not smart.
Definitely banjo worthy.
Definitely banjo worthy.
British. See here, you can tell the
The British part.
British twang in that.
Hey, he speaks the King's English.
That's right. Good day, Mike.
Good one, Mike. Good day.
Good A.
Fancy a spot of tea.
I believe it's just a flesh wound.
It's just a nick.
Come on back. I'll bite you. I'll bite your kneecaps off.
Hey, if you're listening to this, on your way to work or whatever, it's Monday. We hope you have a great week. We do want to mention Operation Underground Railroad.
Absolutely.
Doing great things out there to end human trafficking. Please, let's at least spread the word on this amazing organization. We're going to link the website in the description of this podcast. You can check it out. They do events all over the place, and it's all about raising awareness.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
please,
hey, and if you
please
see
do that.
something, say something, right?
That's
Even
right.
if you suspect it, I mean, you're not bothering the cops. That's what they do.
That's right.
If you might save someone's life.
That's right.
And on a very different
Focus on the
note,
one, not the
On the one,
50.
right.
Yeah.
on a very, very different note, if you are interested in purchasing one of those flower devices that Jim talked about yesterday, they are available
Wasn't
on
yesterday.
Etsy.
That was on last
I
Wednesday.
told you those existed. What are they called, Mike? Is there a name for them?
You can get it at the Leah Rose Boutique Shop on Etsy. It's called a happy meeting.
Oh,
Really?
Happy meeting. That's right.
All right.
So there you go. We'll post a link. We'll post a link on Facebook in
Try
case you're
using
interested.
try using the code RLRC20 and see if you can get 20%. No, they won't do that.
They don't do that. No sponsors. Until next time, I'm Jim Chapman,
And I'm Woody Overton.
And I'm Mike Agovino.
your host of Real Life, Real Crime Daily. Peace.
Bob Downington.